Hey guys, Billy and Bonsai here, and hope your day is going well, and thank you for watching these videos about how I'm navigating reality. And don't forget to subscribe and follow us on YouTube, and click the alert button so you're always notified when I release a new video. And in this video, I want to talk about superconsciousness in this unified field. So when you start becoming aware of how you create your own reality, the things you start looking at outside of yourself, like your environment, people, places, things, times, and events, they're all reflections and mirrors of you because they are being presented for you to experience yourself, the way that you think about yourself, the way that you feel about yourself. And all these projections or fragments and reflections of you are to help you see what you're lacking inside of you. And the more and more that you experience things outside of you, determining how you feel about yourself. And when you become more aware, you're more aware that what you sense outside of you is just an experience inside of you, rather than reacting to it and being emotionally compromised. Because most of the stuff that's happening today is to help people understand how there's certain frequencies and energies being presented to people, and how you emotionally react is basically showing you the programs or these limitations that still exist in your mind. And those are all belief systems. Basically, beliefs are agreements to experiences and realities. So if there is a belief or an agreement that's being presented to you outside of yourself, you have the option and choice to align with that energy and to experience it in your physical reality. Because reality is not concrete. It is fluid like water, and it can change if you are able to change yourself. The more closed our mind is, the more reality is harder and stiffer, and we suffer. But the more that you have an open mind and are open to different belief systems and unlimited realities, the more then your mind is going to receive and agree to new realities. And that's why when you perceive everyone as a fragment of source, as an expression of source, they're also an expression of multidimensional energies. So when you look at anyone in public or even in the media or people around you, they are all different expressions of the subtle multidimensional energies, and they can all be expressed in different ways, but all of it is expressed by how they think, how they feel, and how they act. And that's why when you look at a lot of people in politics, they have a dimensional energy of power and control. While you look at someone who's maybe a spiritual teacher and coach, they have more of an expression of interconnectedness and compassion. And so these are all different subtleties and energy that you have to become aware of inside of you, so you can better understand how you are an expression of source, of this unified field, in terms of what you are attracting and agreeing to, aligning to, and multidimensional energy that you're receiving in thought, feeling, and action. So if you are becoming more aware of the thoughts that are in your mind, you have to understand that the mind is capable of perceiving and creating anything, from the highest good to the darkest of evils. And that's why we are all experiencing this awakening of this darkness within ourselves and outside of ourselves, because that is what the mind is capable of. And you have to become aware of that, so then you can realize that we aren't this mind. It is just a tool in alchemy, in how you can use energy, which is thought, and use alchemy to manipulate energy and thoughts into your desired and agreed upon reality. And the more that you become aware, you build this super consciousness where you're aware of every single thought, action, and deed and feeling inside of you, and you constantly are questioning if it's something that you are agreeing to, that you want to experience in physical reality. And that's why I'm so excited when people are on this path, because the more that we become aware of how the mind has infinite potentials of good and evil, and if we are experiencing more limitations and evil that we want, then it's so easy to change that, because it's our awareness that we put light to that changes the darkness. And the darkness is actually a way that we can release even more energy and more awareness to ourselves, and more power and more capacity of self-love and love to others, because we have healed and brought light, this unconscious, this darkness inside of us that we have allowed in our mind due to programming and due to ancestral programming. And the more that we are aware, and the more that we put consciousness to our darkness, to our limiting, abusive, neglectful, abandoned, and violent kind of thoughts about ourselves and others in the mind, and we start to use alchemy and only create thoughts of love, compassion, abundance, and interconnectedness and understanding, then reality will change and only become that. But since we aren't as aware of our unconscious behavior, we have to experience an awakening, a polarizer, and basically a magnetic thought form to push people, which is COVID. Because COVID is a thought form that is pushing people to believe one thing or the other, or to become crazy. And so you have to learn the balance and why that is a thought form and how it exists within us and is polarizing everyone to believe in it or not to believe in it, or to wear a mask, to not wear a mask, to take a vaccine or not take a vaccine. So this is a way of polarizing your energy that the mind is very good at. And all you have to do is take those two sides, observe it, and ask yourself, is this a reality that I allow and agree to in my mind? And if it's not, just let it go. Don't fight with it, just let it go. Don't give it your energy or attention, and then start to see that there's a new state of consciousness, a new reality that can exist from those two polarities. And those two polarities that are showing us what we don't want. You know, this idea of like we are forced to choose, the whole point is to not choose, is to not fight, is to not give your attention to any of it, and to stay balanced, and to know that you are on the path of the highest good for yourself and humanity, and the reality that I'm aligned to will be so much greater and grander than I can ever imagine. And that's all you have to focus on. And because it's so simple, the mind wants to corrupt it. It wants to say that can't be possible, it's not that simple, life is difficult, and you have to do this, when it's like all you have to do is believe and love yourself, so then you can love others and see that everyone is dealing with this warlike mind, and they have to decide to either engage with it or disengage and enter the place of the heart where more psychic, spiritual gifts and intuition are dormant and waiting for you. Because the more that you can disconnect from these thoughts of the mind, the polarity, and enter the heart, you allow your intuition and willpower to unfold in creating a new reality that has not existed before. And so you need this energy and these psychic forces, this higher multidimensional energy, to enter through you in thought, belief, and action, so you can create a new reality where these limited and negative thought forms don't even exist. So that is the power and potential of this work, to unlock your intuition, your willpower, and psychic gifts to multidimensional energy that will only support you, protect you, and move you into the future of endless opportunity and possibility. And that's all you have to focus on while everyone else is at war and in their own battle, their own demons. But if you can help people by inspiring them and holding on to this one reality, this peaceful and unlimited energy inside of you, and just hold on to that feeling, then you will only experience that. And that is the power of the mind in union with the heart. And when you enter that, you enter enlightenment, where you then experience everything around you as this blissful experience of yourself. And then that then turns this interconnectedness with nature and yourself that we call enlightenment, or the self-actualization of energy experiencing itself in matter. And that is the goal of everything that I want to share with you guys, and the whole purpose of why I do these videos and the work that I do on 58 magazine, is that I want to create a reality where that exists, and I want people to know that it exists because it can exist within you. So that is a possibility that we can all experience once we get over this tribulations of this changeover into this new energy of the heart rather than the mind. in these lower multidimensional energies of polarity. So thank you again for watching this video. I hope you guys are all doing well and keeping safe and happy and enjoying life to the fullest in the best way that you can. And if you ever need any support and love, or even someone to talk to during this time, please reach out and connect to me, and feel free to join my membership platform for a community that is intentionally creating this new future reality by working on themselves and connecting to others along the similar path. So thank you again for watching, and have a wonderful day.